Welcome back. This is Jack, and we are almost done with the Protoss campaign. They go to 10, we're on 9, 2 more to go. Basic math here. So I struggled with it a little bit. Anyway, in all seriousness, though, so we're getting near to the end. We just saved Tassadar before he got executed, and this mission is going to involve us taking out a Cerebrate.
When I slew the Cerebrate on Char, I touched briefly with the essence of the Overmind. In that instant, my mind was filled with its thoughts. And I tell you now, our worst fears have come true. The Zerg were indeed created by the ancient Zerg, the same beings that empowered us in our infancy. But the Overmind grew beyond their constraints, and has at last come to finish the experiments they began so long ago.
So you see, my friends, we fight not only to save Ire, but all creation. If we fall to the Zerg, then the Overmind will run rampant throughout the stars, consuming all sentience, all life. It is up to us to put an end to this madness, once and for all.
There's a bit more to that.
The binary Zerg hive clusters in an attempt to weaken their defenses. Once their numbers have thinned out, Zeratul and his companions can infiltrate the clusters and assassinate the Cerebrates. Until willing, the Cerebrates' deaths will distract the Overmind long enough for us to assault it directly.
Yay! This also means that I have a character that I have to use at a specific time. Not a particular fan of that. I need to be careful. I don't want to. They don't even start me with a base, just the materials for it. So that's fun. Oh, I'm an idiot, by the way. It gave me the tools to do this, and I forgot to actually use them. There we go. I finally have the unit that has my units stay invisible as they move. Or cloaked, however you want to phrase it. Allowing me to take out these sunken colonies. Because remember, sunken colonies do not have detector. Right now, I'm just looking for the place to build my base. And so far, I have yet to find it. So let's have him go this way real fast, just to check. What I'm finding right now is just more and more Zerg. Oh, hang on. Did I find it? There's a Vespine gas geyser. And that's all I seem to have found. Let's see what's this way then. Because I was assuming I was supposed to use my forces to go ahead and respond accordingly. I gotta make sure they stay together, so I gotta move them as a unit. Unfortunately, they all move at different speeds, so that's not as easy as it sounds. Okay, so I think I found it. It was actually over to the right.
Your orders, Templar.
Alright, so that I need to get them back. Make sure they take the correct path back and respond accordingly to things. As they stealth and unstealth. Alright, now I should start building the base before I start getting swarmed. Now it looks like I won't be getting Vespine gas in this location. So I'll have to build something over on the other side. Unless there's actually one tucked away over here. No. So it looks like it's just minerals from here. I'm okay with this for right now. I mean, I can function with it, but it's gonna be a thing. I do have 1,000 Vespene gas, so I'm not in a rush to get to that point. I just got to get these pylons down, so I'll be able to construct working buildings and probes immediately. Since I don't have a nexus, my guys are just going to be sitting here for a minute. Now, one thing I've seen players do is they'll sit their invisibility guy, or at least one of them, right here, so that no one can see their probes at work. They'll just see the blur if it's another player that can pick up on that. But the idea behind it is that prevents enemies from targeting their probes. Because one of the easiest ways to mess with an opponent player is to attack their probes early into the match. And that will mess you up. So I got a little bit of time, almost there with the Nexus. They are not starting me easy, but I'm back to fighting Zerg, and I have all my technology with me, including carriers and including these invisibility guys. So the combination of the two is actually kind of fun. I can use that stasis thing that they've been using against me so much to shut down any threats that could take out the carrier while letting the carrier run roughshod over everything else. So I'm going to kidnap you for a second. I'm going to build one more pylon. Because the reason I stopped is oh, I actually would have been just fine. Okay. Well, that's a thing. And Zeratul will actually pose to be a good defender, as long as they don't have a detector, like an overlord coming in. Because that's about the only one I have to worry about is an overlord. At least that I can think of. I could be mistaken. Y'all know what stage of the game I'm in right now, just getting my infrastructure going. And thankfully I started with enough resources that I won't have to go too slow. Alright, I'm up to 7. I need to get to 12, so I need 5 probes. Yeah, math works out. And since there's no Vespene gas here, I don't have to worry about building it just yet. In the near future, I will have to build over there, which means I'm going to have to build a really unified base, a really big one. There are chunks I can't build on, unfortunately, where you have the temple ground kind of thing. That's unfortunate, but neither can the Zerg. And since I have Phoenix here, I can also use him to help with the defenses. Thankfully, with this, with the Arbiter here, I'll be able to work on them safely. Alright, I am going to build an additional one. That way I have one of them doing the work that needs to be done, such as getting me in a gateway. And what do I need for that? Forge, that's right. Oh, that's actually a thing I need to do. I don't know why he took that route. That's awkward. Trying to give myself more luxury on where I build. So, and also not to mention, once again, pylons allow me to have more units. So, you gotta plan that stuff out. Now I'm almost done with Starcraft. Now I'm debating what to be my temp videos before I get to One Piece, because One Piece comes out next Friday, and I'll be done with this video Saturday. Like, this series will be done Saturday, which will make this the first series of game I've actually beaten all the way through for my channel. So I'm actually pretty happy about that. Because the other one I was doing before this was Phoenix Point, and that game kicked my butt. I'm not ashamed of it. The game did a good job. Alright, almost there. Let's see. How many do I have actually working? Exactly what I thought. Okay, cool. So once that's finished, I can start putting up some a little bit of a defensive units to respond accordingly. And I'm also interested in them being a detector, so if anything's messing with me, it will not be able to stay stealthed. Oh, in their case, they usually burrow. Because this unit is not a detector, as nice as that would make it. And then here in a minute, I'll be able to start expanding my base outward. This is just the defensive position for the main nexus. Because I don't want them destroying my ability to gather resources, as they have done to me before, and it's not fun. Alright, I can build over here. And once again, I have to keep a nice little bit of photon cannons facing this way, because that's the direction the enemies are going to come from, in case you hadn't figured that out. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff I need to build, and not enough space to do it just yet. Let's go ahead and put that one there. Just getting my pylons in position, because I've got the resources, and I do have kind of a response team in case mean people do show up. Alright, that should be enough for right now. Once these warp in, I'll start putting up the photon cannons again, and then before too long I should be able to start producing some zealots for kind of more like an expeditionary force, for lack of better terms. Now, for this one, I probably will be using Reavers as well, because Reavers' big weakness is that they're slow. They're easy targeted, but if I can make them invisible, I can bypass a lot of that. Now, once again, defensive structures are not meant to kill anything. If they do, consider it a bonus. Their job is to slow things down, and detect, of course. So I could double up, triple up on photon cannons, and I might in the future. But right now, my primary concern is not that. My primary concern is building the infrastructure that I need to get soldiers out. I hope he does. Yeah, they're going to destroy that before it finishes. Because the target they were going after died, they stopped moving. And they did it twice now. And Zeratul an idiot. Alright, so that's not an issue. I just got to rebuild the two. Oh, they've got that. They've got defilers in the area. That's no bueno. As you see, defilers are able to do a red version of the Queen's stuff. And it can't kill you, but it can bring you down to 1 health. Which thankfully it doesn't destroy the shields. Which is not that much of a boon because I can't repair the damage done. There we go. So that actually worked out okay. I mean, it could have been better, but you know what? I can't. I'll take what I can get right now. Still early in the match, so I'm in no trouble whatsoever. This is just them making their early first moves. There we go. This will be a good place to just build buildings for production. Make a unified place for my zealots to be trained. Found the defiler. That's good. So he won't get to do that again. And he probably had burnt his energy, so... let's do that. Since that one's almost gone, I'm going to go ahead and put a second photon cannon next to it. This one's just got 2 health left, but it's got 100 shields, so it'll still do its job, just at a reduced life, which is what the AI probably wanted. Now I need to start reining in my my production, or my building of buildings, because I'm running low on minerals over here. I need to be ready to start destroying a Zerg base or 2 so I can start stealing their minerals. So I'm not going to be building any more buildings. The only reason I bothered went ahead and did the Cybernetics core is, to me, that's a basic need, combined with combined with the need to
You address me.
I can do this, I swear. Oh, get me Dragoons. Which right now I'm not planning on mass producing Dragoons, because I need to save what little Vespene gas I have. Right now I'm going to focus on getting me some Zealots, because I can keep them invisible, but I can also use Zeratul to explore a little bit. He's got enough shields that I shouldn't be worried too much about his safety.
So be it.
As long as the Defiler doesn't get a good hit on him and then something kills his shields.
So be it.
Oh, there's more minerals over here.
My life for iron. We are under attack. We saw two.
Now, once again, the weakness of these Ultralisks is there's only one of them, and they don't hit. They don't hit in group. They don't do very good group damage. So I may have screwed myself up a bit because I started my base all the way on the other side, where the lesser resources are. But I can correct that. I can use that as just a production facility, and use this for my main for my actual gathering of resources. Yeah, the queen just walked up and flew up and just killed one of my units, which is really annoying. I hate it when they do that. Not much I can do about it, but they did it. So I'm not as in trouble with resources as I thought. And the good news is I can still get to that Vespene Geyser.
You address me.
Now I'm going to once again use him as a scouting unit right now.
I do this for iron.
I got to watch out for spore colonies and overlords.
It will be done.
If I engage, there's a chance that they'll respond with an overlord. So I do have to keep that in mind.
I do this for iron.
Because the second he's seen, it's going to be an issue. Because, one, he's a hero unit, so I can't stick around.
I do this for iron.
Yep, he got busted. And of course, he takes the most awkward way out of it.
So be it.
Okay. So I can't go that way just yet, but I can pull my units back, pull him back to... I need to build a shield battery for him, so I can get him back into the fight a little quicker. Now let's have up everybody's shields. I'm going to pull these guys and get them gathering resources over here, which is going to delay my production for just a little bit. Just a little bit. I think having this unit over here might be a bigger priority with their limitations of it's just not where my stuff is being built. So I have to get units over there, and if they can't target my... Actually, I'll have Zeratul hang out over there, just so because I can build the shield battery over there without an issue. Which, as a side benefit, we'll be able to keep the Arbiter in the air. There, I got my production back up. It's back to rough full speed. They're just going after my units, and they're doing the annoying red thing, which you guys never saw me do because I just never bothered with it. I'm not a fan of caster abilities. Like, they are powerful. They can do some annoying things. I just don't like them. Because they're not good. They're only good for in a pinch. That's why you don't see me using Templars. Because that's what they are. They are... I gotta get rid of that queen. I really do. And they got a guardian here, so... And he's just outside range of everything. Oh, that thing's dead. They're gonna kill my Dragoon. Let me get him, or he's just infested. Let's go ahead and get some more Zealots being built. Really hate those things.
You address me. Your orders, Templar. Entaro Adun. Your orders, Templar. My life for Entaro Adun. My life for ire.
Okay, so he didn't get his shields fully recharged. So that's a little... That's not good. It's not bad, just not good. Alright, so I know it's this way now. There's a little bit of ground defenses that way. And they're able to get an Overlord into position pretty quickly. And Zeratul's an idiot. I've learned these things. There looked like there was an enemy base up this way. A hatchery. I can even see it already. Oh, this is what I was hitting earlier. Let's see if I can finish it off. There, got rid of it. Get away before they send anything to mess with me.
So be it. Entaro Adun.
Let's see what's this way.
It will be done.
Now, this is one thing I like to do in the expansion, because in the expansion, you can make Dark Temple... Oh, he's spotted already. Backing off. Must be an Overlord nearby.
Entaro Adun. I do this for ire.
Alright. Cool. I'm at a point where I can start producing more of everything. So let's get you back over here. One, to repair what's been damaged, but two, I can start building into what I really want. What I really, really want. Actually, I'm going to waste a bit of resources and do this. Because I do need Vespian Geyser production.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, with one probe, I have almost a full base in production. It's not going to be finished right away, but... Oh, it's actually not even that far from where I was working. Or going to be working, I should say. That's a Defiler. Yep, there he goes. I gotta find where he's at. So I gotta get probes, just so I can find where he's hiding. Him and his friend. So I'm assuming there's more than one. And, yeah. Well, thankfully, these guys are almost dead already, so all they're doing is... Yeah, they're not killing anything, they're just annoying me. Alright, cool. I got all those going. Is there anything there I need? No. I do need to build another forge, just so I can get some of my more interesting abilities going. Yep. Let's go ahead and build some more units. Oh, I found the Defiler. Now, if I remember correctly, Defilers can move underground, so that's actually something you need to be worried about. It's just been a while since I played, and I know... because I'm trying to make sure I'm not getting some information mixed up from 3... Or, sorry, from the expansion and 2. That was a good exchange. Photon cannons are much cheaper than their Ultralisk. So... yeah, they actually have several queens, I'm seeing. Because these towers are actually doing a good job of making them pay for it, I think I'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so now I just need a fleet beacon for what I want to do. And that's going to take out probably what's left of my Vespene gas, which is okay because I'm now producing it. I'm just going to need minerals for some basic defenses right here. Which incidentally will fortify my main base, so it works out nicely. So now that's done, I don't have to build any real buildings for a little bit. Don't need to, but I'm going to once I get there. Because I need to get probes, so I need 2 more buildings, and this is a good start. Yeah, the queens are getting annoying that they keep doing that. Or it might be the Defiler who does it. I can't remember. Not important right now. My bigger concern is just getting... I've had to waste a lot of resources just to get this far. Oh, I killed one of their queens. That's good. Alright.
I long for combat. Your orders, Templar.
I'm going to do this. It's probably a mistake. No, maybe not. There we go. Okay. Where did I see the Zerg base? Not there. It was that one right there. Okay. So you guys are going to march up that way. I will have Zeratul join you. Because, of course, there is a wave of Zerglings protecting that spot. And I just lost one of my air defenses. No, it was a swarm that I just happened to run into. I don't know what Zeratul's doing. He could have handled these units easily. Get out of there. Unfortunately... Alright, there we go. So, my forces are drastically weakened because of that. I'll do it anyway. Pull back. Pull back. So I want to see if I can get this with just Zeratul. Because if I can, that'll make things interesting. Get back, get back. Let's pull you back. So that whole movement was a little bit of a bust. But the good news is I did get some resources built up from that trek. And now I have enough to at least get me 2 carriers, actually. So that's a step in the right direction for what I want. I need more Vespene gas. Okay. I'm assuming there's no gap because... So when I say a gap, what I'm referring to is the amount of time between a probe going in and a probe coming out. Because they'll sit outside the door. They'll sit outside of it for a little bit, waiting for... That's actually not a bad building to build there, because it only requires shield battery. And this also seems to be a staging ground that I'm using, so... So I'm putting another shield battery for the exact reason you might be thinking. Okay, I really need a lot of Vespene gas for that, so it's going to be a little bit before I can get that going. The good news is, before too long, I'll have that. How much would it take for me to build the probe building? Observatory. I'm trying to figure out what Zane is doing. Besides being adorable. But that's his default mode. What do I need for that? Stargate, which I have, and the Templar Archives, which I need that for. Now I'm going to wait, because I want to get that final thing of shields going, and then I can worry about like ground attacks and stuff like that. Because right now I do have... air controlling the air looks like it's going to be more my thing right now. So that's okay.
Carrier has arrived.
And there we go. Wait, what? 50? I thought it was... No, it is 50. It's always been 50. Alright. Oh yeah, I need you to start making your interceptors. Just for bad ideas, I'm going to build a second one right there. That way I can have one protecting my healers, or my heroes. I'm going to get him out of the way. Because he can still respond if I need to, but I don't want him near the front line. I'm going to back him away from the other heroes. Oh, good. I have enough Vespene gas for that now. There you are. Let's get you to build the observatory, so I can start getting myself observers for obvious reasons. I'll be able to start tracking down invisible units and just start scouting without worrying about losing a hero. And before too long, I'll have my second carrier, so I'll have 2 carriers that'll be able to start working on baddies. No, don't want to do that yet. Let's go ahead and do that. Cost me half of what I had left, but that's okay. Not worried about that yet. You see me grabbing these probes and moving them over to this base. It's because they're starting to stack up on that, and only one can actually, as far as I know, only one can gather at a time. Cool. New carrier. Which I have plenty of minerals for. Let me check something with Zeratul over here, because I'd rather have Zeratul do it, who's naturally stealth, than where it just send out a bunch of Zealots. Because then I can leave my Zealot right there. And I got these guys. Yeah, there's no delay. Well, there's a slight delay in the other direction, in the fact that there's just too short a distance. Because the further the distance, the more probes you can get in there. But ultimately, it doesn't matter if you have it optimized. How many you have, it just requires less resources to optimize it. So it's however you want to look at it. I used to think the reverse, but I've also used to be an idiot. So, well, I'm still an idiot at times. So. Oh, and there's a Vespene geyser right here, actually. Okay. So I actually have better tools at my disposal than I thought. And once again, 1 photon cannon for an Ultralisk. Yeah, that's about the cost of... That's saying I used a carrier to destroy a photon cannon. That's about what they just paid. Let's get you over here so I can get a 4th Nexus built, just so I can have my Vespene gas up. So with the way I'm looking like I'm going to be doing things, Vespene gas is going to be my my choke point. All right. So I'm going to do this. Where is my Zeratul? And I got to send you over here to gather resources. Where is my Zeratul? Oh, and I got my probe that I needed. Let's get up here. Now that I've got some resources to spend, I'm going to go ahead and increase their movement so I can get them in and out of the fight. There's my Zeratul. Now, contrary to what would be a good idea, I am not moving my... Is it a filer? Let me get that observer back into position so I can see it.
Your orders, Templar.
He knows he's been busted. No, yeah, he's doing that, which is annoying. You being invisible is not going to help you. The Zealots are actually just decoys for Zeratul to do his work. In case you guys hadn't picked up on that. I'm pretty sure you had. And that's part of the reason I'm not using a carrier right now, because I don't want to move the carriers without an arbiter with them. Mostly just to mess with my opponent. And they did it again. That really does get annoying pretty fast to me. Them using... Because they can have infinite number of... they redded him. An infinite number of queens energy. Because I've seen them just keep casting it. Retreating as fast as I can, because he's greened right now, so it looks like they're chasing me with an overlord, because that thing shouldn't see me. Really shouldn't. Like, I am way out of range of any overlord right now. I am a little concerned I might lose him now. Come on, come on, stop being green. Stop being green. Okay, there we go. Nope, you're staying right there. You are so close to death, I do not want you moving. Alright. Thinking I'm going to stop being coy about it. And just move up and take out that hatchery. They do have Hydralisks chilling there, and I have a cat now sleeping or laying down on my arm. Or I should say a kitty cat, because he's adorable. I forgot to do the other prep work I need to do. Which is calling in a simulator, which to me is still called a refinery. Now, my concern is those defilers are going to, I'm going to call it cheat, and just red my carriers. Entirely within their power to do so. So I'm not moving him again for a little bit. I am going to build some zealots, and I do have a third carrier on the way. I got what I wanted out of the deal, which was to take out the Defiler before he did anything annoying. And they're going to green my carrier so they move slower. So I can't retreat them as fast as I'd like. Alright, so my carriers are greened. So I'm only able to move my wrist right now because of Zane. Which I'm okay with. He's adorable. Okay, so I'm going to actually target what I need to target. Okay, so they're just targeting my the interceptors. That's okay. They can't target me yet. Or they're not targeting the carrier, which is what I would be more concerned about, because I can rebuild the drones. Or interceptors, I believe they're actually called. Just reduces the attack power of said carrier for a little bit. Getting rid of those that expensive unit, making them pay for it. Hell, I could probably actually take out that spore colony and not be an issue. I'm going to actually do that, just because I can... Oh, shoot. I'm going to recall my carriers. Yeah, because I might lose the yellow one. They've got their Hydralisks upgraded, that's for sure. Let's get my Zealots to intercept going the other direction. To see if I can save that carrier. Nope, he's gone. Let's go ahead and get another one built. Hell, maybe we get 2 more. Did my zealots just run right past all those hydralisks? Seriously? Oh my gosh. Like, I'm trying not to curse. That's annoying. They ran right past them, and I told them I did the attack command. I didn't just say, hey, go there. I said, hey, attack anything you see it up till this point. That's annoying. Alright. Start getting me Vespine gas.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Okay, so they've got overlords now walking through the center, so they're going to take out my probe. No, they're not. Okay, he survived. Let's see what's this way. Well, that's a spore colony. That's a spore colony. Okay, so I see what they're doing. I see what their defensive strategy is. And with me building all these carriers, actually, I should be able to handle them. Let's go ahead and upgrade armor, because I do have a couple more buildings I need to do to finalize everything. I need to get Citadel of a Dune, just so it'll allow me to make my Zealots run faster, and it'll get me Templar soon. Oh good, I have another one already. Didn't know if I built one yet. Let me go ahead and build another one. You were still building, yeah, you were still building interceptors last I looked. Let's see what's up here. Just that. As if there's, it looks like there's resources too that they may not be harvesting. Yeah, that doesn't look like there is. And it does give me a position to move. Getting away. Alright, so let's put you right there. I think I might need to go ahead and build me a shuttle. How am I doing on resources down there? Okay, I'm still good. Get over there. Yeah, a bunch of hydralisks for two defense structures. And a zealot. I lost a zealot. You don't play War of Attrition with the Zerg. However, you can make them pay for every inch they take from you. Cool. I should almost have my 4th one done. So basically Task Force 1 again. That strategy is what I'm doing. Doing it a little bit differently, and I'm going to move a little bit more careful because I don't want them cheating. Although I can borrow my Arbiter and get him in a position, I don't want to because then he becomes the sole focus of all anti-air units in the area. And I don't want that right now. They've got a lot of anti-air stuff coming after me, but that's okay. These carriers got enough power to take out... Because the advantage I have right now is... With exception, with very specific exception, no Zerg unit is particularly good at any one thing. The exception being things like... the exception being things like the Ultralisk is a good ground destroyer. That kind of thing. But generally speaking, Protoss can overpower anything with minimal numbers. And unless they're swarming me, there's a good chance they won't have the power to destroy me. Just moving the carriers a little bit, just in case I accidentally drift into the... They are targeting that one. Recalling him just so I can get him back over to the battery. There we go. The battery still has plenty of energy to recharge. There we go. So that was part of my plan, to do it that way. I gotta get my carriers back just so I can deal with those anti-air. Because I don't think I have enough left in the base to just handle them. Oh, and I do have this one that can respond accordingly. Oh, and they have a lot of super anti-ground. That's one of those exceptions I was telling you about just now. The Guardians are very much one of the few exceptions. Unless they super specialize in something as a Zerg, there's a good chance that they are not the unit you want them to be. Oh, get the hell out of there. Get him back up. Recalling. Alright. So, I'm going to say it this way. That looks like I got wrecked just now. Consider this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 150 apiece, so 900. 900 minerals. Okay, that's a lot. Those Guardians, plus the Mutalisks, plus the Guardians had been Mutalisks. So you had to pay for all of that. And I just destroyed it. For 900 minerals. I may have... yeah, Phoenix got weakened a little bit. That's okay, ultimately. Because I don't use him... I'm not going to engage with him. I just need to be careful with him. And I'm doing what I want to do, which right now is continuously push the enemy with the carriers. I'm getting rid of their anti-air because the anti-air can't target the carriers themselves, but they can target the interceptors, which I can replace like it's nothing. Which is why I'm using the... what the heck is up there? Oh, they found my probe. I was like, did one of my units just walk up there for no reason? It looks like they're kind of not abandoning the base, but doing some weird stuff. Focus. Sorry for bumping my mic. Focusing a little bit on the spore colony first. Getting rid of all the Hydralisks. Let's start working on that hive. Oh, they're being smart. They're making Mutalisks. Oh, by the way, so in the expansion, one of the units that the Zerg do get is a specialized anti-air. Think the other side of a Guardian. Instead of being only able to attack ground and does a lot of damage, it specializes in taking out a lot of air units. I can't remember how it functions because it's been so long since I've done the expansion. And I don't think I really used them. Because once again, I'm going to call it a maturing period as a gamer. Where I changed my way of thinking a lot. I just love that these interceptors just move as one and they just take out a unit. I don't know how they're producing these units that fast. I'm worried about one of my carriers. Yep, I lost one of them. That's okay. One carrier, for as much as I've just destroyed, very worth it. And, guess what? More than 2 more is going to take their place. Take out the hive. focus on the hive. Yeah, you heard me almost say it. I stopped myself. Alright, so they've got something up there that I'm concerned about. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's just a spore colony. Alright, I'm going to pull back my forces just so I can get them all recharged, shield-wise. And then just resume what I was just doing. Oh, I see what you're going to do. I'm going to continue retreating my forces because they seem to want to pull out Hydralisks out of everywhere. Because of the ledge, I can actually cheat and use my... Guess I'm getting rid of their overlords too while I'm at it. Once again, you don't play a war of attrition who can produce the most soldiers with Zerg. And this is why I don't like fighting Protoss, is because you guys see how I'm moving my units. You seeing what I can do just casually. With just a couple units in the proper place. Oh good, they're all recharged. I'm going to stand... Well, no, I'm going to have them go back to what they were doing. Just because I want to get rid of that hive before... Oh, actually, I think I did. Yeah, I did get rid of the hive. So I want to get rid of all their unit producers before... Not unit producers, unit fortifiers before it becomes an issue. Yeah, I did make a... Just so I can rebuild that one photon cannon. And I think I need to go look at my cybernetics core here. Just because I think I can now do... Yeah, I've been needing to do this. Where is my forge? There's my forge. Let's go ahead and start getting my melee units powered up. I don't know why I was bothering to target the Overlord first. The white forces are also coming in to try and slow me down a little bit. Thankfully, it's not doing enough. I want to get rid of that Guardian before he gets to his destination, because I know what he's going to do. He's going to come down here and try and mess with me. Did I run past him? And the good news is, since I came all the way back here, I can go ahead and recharge all my carriers. Shields-wise. I might need to build another battery in this area, just because if I'm doing it this way, it looks like almost everybody's fully recharged. Alright, good enough. Let's get you in position. Let's start you getting ready for battle. They're trying to rebuild and I'm not letting them. As long as they keep doing that for a little bit, it's going to cost them resources for no reason. Now, why they're focusing on trying to rebuild here, I don't know, when they should be... Well, because it is a spot with minerals, and it is a... and I've been making them pay for everything they take from me. Which they haven't been able to take much either, so... I'm up to 5 carriers. Now, as you guys know, that can turn south stupid quick if I stop paying attention. That's why you see me keeping a complete eye on my carriers. They've already torn through my shields somehow. I don't know how. I'm probably going to lose a carrier in this push, and that's okay. Once again... And yep, there it went. Because the Defiler got his red spell on, which is bull that they're able to do it, but hey. And red is trying to rebuild its base. I'm not letting it. Let's get down here and find where that one drone went. There he is. Get this carrier back here to repair it, or repair its shields. Because I can't physically repair it, unfortunately. And there's my new carrier to replace the one that was just destroyed. Of course, there is a Hydralisk sitting right there. That's annoying. So I have an answer.
Upgrade complete. We are under attack.
Which, it's not a good enough answer because, yes, I have a stockpile of resources. Once again, I'm making them pay for everything they do to me. Shoot. Get down there. No. Okay, yeah, you're going down there for repair, so... Make me pay for not having a carrier on standby down here because I can't use Phoenix to take them out because he'll die. There we go. Once again, they are paying for every inch they try to take from me. So I got to do this while I have the resources. I'll have this one join in a minute while I've got to rebuild my defenses here. They think they're going to get to rebuild that, but they're not going to. Not letting them. Not to mention I want to get those minerals gathered. Yeah, it's enough to pay for the infrastructure I'm going to need there. Fudge! I hate those defilers! In case you didn't see what he did, he just used the red thing on my whole fleet. I'm going to have a probe traveling with them now. Solely so we can target things like any defiler I see on the ground. I need to send him just because he's the only one who will have full health, not just shields. Still making them pay for every inch they take from me. Or they try to take from me, I should say. Did I ever get the... There it is. There's the... Let's see how many I can fit on there for right now. Alright. You can stay. another carrier down there on standby, which will also have full health. What are you? Oh, there's the Defiler. He's dead. You think you're gonna do it, but you ain't going to. I ain't gonna let you. Now, the reason why I'm so willing to spend the resources to build a Nexus here and a basic base is not just because of the resources, which is enough to help me do what I need to do. It's also because it allows me to do another battery. Having another battery gives me another staging ground to keep my carrier fleet going. Doing what I've been doing. And also it has the odd side benefit that they're going to be paying attention to this place now. And if my carriers aren't too far away, I can respond accordingly. And I think the carriers I'm built, they're all paid for. I do need to start getting more minerals though, so my Vespene gas is just fine. But these carriers have paid for themselves, and then some. The amount of destruction I've been able to do with them, with the minimal amount of losses I've taken, completely paid for themselves. You are the ones without... You're the one who's nearly without shields. Let's get your shields recharged. They thought they were doing something, but they were wrong. And once again, I'm going to have this Arbiter just sitting on top of it so they can't target my... or shouldn't be able to target my... my gatherers. Now, right now, I'm kind of on the look for where the... okay with being greened. I'm not okay with defilers. Although I will admit... the being green does slow down my march a little bit, so to speak. And it's a good thing I caught that Air Force right there before it became an issue. It's probably going to kill one of my carriers, and I'm okay with that for the most part. I really wish it wouldn't. Okay, good. I didn't lose a carrier. Let's make them pay for those queens. Alright. Oh, shoot. I didn't see this going on. And I got a carrier... I thought I had a carrier just chilling down here. Now, I do hate in this one, they are moving in unison with each other. There's a Nexus gone. Which I think this Vespene Geyser was depleted anyway, so I'm not losing too terrible much. That base is more of a decoy at this point anyway. Zeratul. Didn't I send more? I did, okay. Did I lose them? Those overlords are not cheap, in case you didn't know. They're paying about 100 fur each one, and I keep killing them. So let's see if I can do this without building any more carriers for a little bit, just so I can see if I can... I do need to build a probe, though. Not a probe, an observer. I'm going to build a small fleet of them, because I have the Vespene gas. This will reduce the production of the brown army. Brown swarm, whatever you want to call it. They're still doing that, and it's getting rather annoying, actually. And sad. Start upping my armor since things are starting to have such low health. And I'm going to leave you this one down here for defenses, because my aggressiveness is not being enough to deter them from trying to attack my base. Let's see what's over that way. And if I'm not mistaken, I think queens are also not cheap either. Well, on the Vespene gas side, though. One of the reasons I'm moving the observer around is because any unit that's burrowed, I can now take out, including any defilers before they become an issue. Or any hydralisks that are just waiting for reinforcements before they move. The secret to this is I got to keep my carriers just on the range of the spore colonies so that they target not the unit itself, not the carrier itself, but the okay, so there's more minerals up this way, so another place I can build a base. So I need to be careful and not go back. Something's targeting my... Oh shoot. Yeah, that's a thing. They're now starting to do that, which is incredibly smart. This match has done a good job of just keeping me starved of resources. Because I'm fighting incredibly efficiently. I don't lose a lot of units compared to their losing. I might just build a photon cannon right there just to make sure they don't build anything anymore. That's getting incredibly annoying. Go back there. I need you to recharge your shields. Angle you this way. What are you? Oh, just give me a Hydralisk Den. I may have destroyed their only Hydralisk Den, and now they have no ability to produce more. Let's get that up there, so anything stealthed, I can still find it. Once again, focusing on any unit that can hurt. And there's the Cerebrate. I lost a carrier. Let's get you up there. Get rid of the hive. And just start cleaning house. Where's my dropship? Alright, I'm going to have it go down here and meet with Zeratul, because Zeratul is the only one who can destroy that. And thankfully he's perma-stealthed, so I can drop him off right next to the Cerebrate, and as long as no Overlords get in range, he should be fine. Which is why they have so many Overlords just pacing. Let me get rid of that Spore Colony before it becomes an issue. Because I could have him just march up there on his own. There's my carrier that... But I don't want to risk during transit he runs into something that does see him and kills him. This is a Defiler building right here on the right that I'm targeting now. And you never saw me build it because I just never use them. I'm not a fan. Once again, I'm not a fan of anybody whose only abilities are based on their casting. It just annoys me. I find it completely pointless. Mind you, they can be evil. Queens have the ability to infect things. When they infect them, you can see what they see. So if it's a detector, well, now you have a detector on your side. Stuff like that. Not to mention if it's like a transport unit that's constantly flying around, you get to map out their base that way. So there's a lot of potential in it. But do I like it? No. I might have a queen at best. But it just seems like it's a waste of resources to build even the building to... Oh, I just destroyed... Oh, no, stop it. I was accidentally targeting my... Nope, you're targeting the Cerebrate. The whole reason you're up here. So I'm nearing completion of this. That's one down. Now the Browns should be significantly more docile. Really, you just guys are just letting it go to town, aren't you? Can it do it to itself? No? Okay. You know what? I don't bother with this usually, but I'm just going to put them on patrol. Alright, you guys need a... I did not tell you to go that far. Back up, back up. I'm going to lose one just because they advance too far, too fast, and they're idiots. I might lose a second one because, once again, they're idiots. Alright, there we go. Let's clear out this area and start taking it over, because there is some minerals here that I can take advantage of. And it makes a staging ground that I can abuse. They're all just in that one spot. You can stay. Once again, they're still sending units to try and build there. Just building two quick... Now, I'm pretty confident the only reason they keep sending units to that one to try and retake it is because the Red Faction still exists. If I had destroyed the Red Faction, they wouldn't be doing it anymore. At least that's my theory. Let's upgrade the armor of my everything. Since I couldn't send you, because I didn't have enough space. There it is. Okay, so my cup was in the way, so I couldn't actually see what I was doing. Let's see, where can I build the Nexus in its kind of tucked away spot? Right there. There's going to be a bit of a gap between me and the minerals, but that's okay. I mean, it's not good, but it's not bad. Once again, all I'm doing is getting things in position. Let's go ahead and pull these guys out, bring them up there. Just because that is right next. I'm just a stone throw away from an enemy base. Although stone throw sounds a lot less of a distance than it sounds like. I'm just going to bring that out. Alright, because I am so low on minerals right now for the immediate moment. I am going to not do anything with those guys. I am going to build him his couple of units again. Alright, so I have a new carrier. I don't have the resources to fully outfit yet. I am glad that it spawns with at least a decent amount of energy, and it doesn't take much to recharge it. Or to recharge someone's shields, so... have you go ahead and... No. I just sent a probe to go attack something. That was the dumb. And Zeratul can hang out up there because reasons. Also with this Arbiter here, I can freeze things. Cool. Now you guys can go to work. Gonna have that one haul up there to start joining his brethren in destroying everything. Zane is now stretching and laying more on my arm now. Which is okay, as long as I can still move my wrist. Because the way he's laying right now, I have plenty of space to move my hand. Because normally he lays right next to my hand, preventing any actual movement. And he's not doing that right now, so I'm okay with that. I'm wondering if there's only one more Cerebrate, and it's up here. And the red forces are purely defensive in nature. Oh, they're tearing through my shields. I need to retreat. I don't have the carrier forces that I like. Unfortunately, carriers don't do the defensive run like I like. But I can just fly over walls to give me some space. Because I might actually, hell, I might have to build another shield battery here just because it's going to be that kind of day. So that should have been their initial Hydralisk defense, and I think I just cut through a lot of it. If not all of it. Without that, they may not have much of a reaction left, because I can destroy their spore colonies pretty easily. Yeah, there's the Cerebrate. And the only reason I'm not already moving Zeratul into position is those Overlords. But I can get him on the edge of their base. Like right about here. I doubt they'll accidentally find him. Oh, let's get rid of those Hydralisks before they become an issue. Nope, that's your target, that Hydralisk. I'm about to lose a carrier. I might be able to retreat him. Oh, there's Hydralisks on the other direction, too. I didn't see them. Alright, cool. And it seems there's a Spore Colony doing a bit of work, too. So let's go ahead and pull my units back. Just so I can repair them one more time, because I think one more push ought to do it. Let's go ahead and get these carriers in position so I can just do that last big push, and then I should be done with this mission. Should. Got these Zealots just pacing back and forth. And they're doing their job. That Zealot's gonna die. Oh, he didn't. Cool. This one should be recharged enough to really repair everybody, but... Alright, cool. Everybody's got their shields back. Let's do this again. Now, in theory, I could move... I could move Zeratul under the cover of the carriers, and the reason why I'm not is because with him being the only ground unit, a lot of things will target him and him alone. Because they can't target anything else. That's why I've been sticking with air so much, and then being surgical in what I'm choosing to hit. Like those Zerglings, any Zergling in the base right now has nothing to hit. They just don't have anything they can hit. So they're just more decoys than anything else. Which you guys have seen me use before to pull enemies away from my vital structures. Take out that hive. Take out that Hydralisk real fast. Now you can take out the hive. It's getting annoying that I have to keep doing that. Oh, there he is. There. They can't produce any more units to keep pestering me. They have like one more in position. And just in case, I want to get rid of that sunken colony real fast. And then I can get rid of the Spore Colony. And while I'm doing that, I can move my... Now, by the way, the secret is Zeratul only has to perform the final hit. I can actually weaken it to near death and then finish it off. But if I do just a little bit too much damage at once, I think I just won. Because I don't think there's another one. There we go, yeah. So anyway, that was a hell of a match, but I did it. I beat the Cerebrates. I didn't actually think I was going to get it on my first try. And I got pretty close there to running out of resources a couple times. Thankfully, my use of carriers worked out very nicely. But anyway, we're approaching the end of Starcraft Remastered. I want to make sure there's no cinematic before I close out, because I tend to have to start with a cinematic, and I'd rather not. Yeah, just looking at that, let's see here. I killed 431, but only lost 44. That's efficiency. Nope, no cinematic. Thanks for watching. This has been Jack with a Geek's Perspective. Please like, subscribe, and share.